Welcome to the studio. As a first time interviewer, I'm just as curious as you are. How does it feel to be sitting here for your first interview?
God, life feels magical, knowing that I've given this opportunity to give people and everyone around listening to my music a better understanding of it. So yeah, it feels amazing, and I it actually came very soon. I must say, it came very soon that to end this interview. I would expect like the next 3 years or something.
That's great, but well, let's get into it then. I've noticed that your music has a unique blend of grunge and rap.
Yeah.
How did you discover this genre and how drew you to it?
Okay, so basically, my father's side is split onto the 90s rap and early 2000s rap. On the mom's side is focused on the alternative rock and roll R&B side from the 80s and 90s. So the way, like, just the guitars on it in grunge, going in rock and roll and in the wild drums, they just give me like a better inspiration and motivation in order to keep music as it is. This is alternative sound.
Oh yeah, that's a great exposure and it just reflects well into your music.
Yeah.
I get that. It's like a combination of drumming and the guitars and all that.
Yeah, comes together.
All right, well, can we dive into your creative process? What inspires you when you write lyrics and compose moves?
So the inspiration behind everything is just that it's basically my past relationships and my perception of life back then. So that's one. And then the other thing, I would say either like Bones and Xavier Ward, they give a better understanding towards that. And they just put like the cloud rap and dark rap together. I mean, yeah.
Was there any specific goals or milestones that you set for yourself as an upcoming artist?
Yeah, definitely. One of them would be is that on Spotify one day, I hope to achieve like calling for 100,000 monthly listeners, maybe. And then another goal that I want to achieve is collaborating and featuring with other artists like Jay Katana, Should Be Wearing, Vegas X, Caesar, um, Not Benjamin, there's NJ Clue. There's like so much that I want to achieve within this goal.
And what steps have you taken this far to achieve that?
Yeah, it's like baby steps, slow steps, but I'm getting double the amount of streams on Spotify and a bunch of people listening to my music. So definitely.
All right, it's okay. Well, I can see that your interests here, they include anime. Are there any series or characters that have resonated with you on a deeper level?
Yeah. I'll give you like a whole list of them. So one of them goes by the name of Eren Yeager, Attack on Titan. Sasuke from Naruto, even there. And who else can I say? I'll say Ken Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul. And then I think that's all, yeah.
These are very dark and introspective characters that have so much going on inside them. And I can envision you in your music videos one day incorporating some of these elements. Am I right in saying that?
You are, because the first video that I want to make is like a dark car engine scene, like in this woods place, and then it'll just be like shadows of me just there, and then switch again, just like that. So it does incorporate a lot of like anime and the characters and the vibe that they bring.
Is there anything you'd like to share with your fans or any upcoming projects or performances you'd like to mention?
Yeah, in performances and shows, I'm not sure as yet, but I am dropping an album on the 24th of July. It's going to be a 10-track album, and it's going to be titled Ken vs. Ken, because it brings out the alternative side in me as well as the hip hop in it.
That sounds like a good duality. So canvas can.
Thank you.
I can hear that. But how we'll be ready to look out for that, put it where it needs to be. How can your fans stay updated with your latest music releasing?
So you guys can follow my Spotify account and my Apple Music, and then you can get like live updates in it drops. And just follow me basically on my Instagram. I always post there, so that's where you can catch Premier Album.
If you could sum up your musical journey in one word, what would it be and why?
It would be magical. It would be magical knowing that I have fans, and yet listen to the music and they share to their friends. So it's become a magical, child.
All right. Thank you for coming to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciated your time, and so this was good.
Thank
And we look forward to many more. We could build.